All right, welcome everyone. We are here live in the Kiva with Master Mingtong Gu, and we are also streaming live on YouTube. So welcome to all of you tuning in over YouTube. And we would like to begin here this evening with Master Mingtong Gu speaking a little bit about our 6-week course that we have coming up very soon. Master Mingtong, would you like to go ahead and begin?
Yes, I need to see the screen first. So, yes, welcome everyone. I'm so grateful. We're going to spend more time to hear more, especially responding to the question come from you. And I had a wonderful session last interview just a day ago. So there's a lot of incredible, not only information, content, but a lot of key point, a lot of teaching, a lot of energetic sharing. We really able to dive deeper into what is wisdom healing Qigong and what is the benefit, but more importantly, how you can starting, receiving, cultivating the benefit and from the convenience of the home and through all these programs that we're offering, sharing. So my mission, my dedication as well, Chi Center's mission is really to help you, starting where you're at and continue able to progress to the next step of deeper need for healing, for awakening, for deeper embodiment of wisdom. So I'm very grateful that we have more time today to really engage with more questions. So I would like to invite you to asking the question in person if you can. And now the technology is very simple. Sarah will give you some introduction on that. So also you're welcome to, sending a question chat in the chat box. So I'm going to continue, have Sarah continue.
Yes, thank you. All right. So yes, as you see at the bottom of your Zoom window, you have several icons. And if you click on raise hand, I can bring you up live on the screen and you can ask any question to Master Mingtong Gu about the course that's coming up. You can also submit your question via the chat box, and you can just click on the 3 dots above the word chat and type your question in right there. So it looks like we have 2 questions that have come in. And the first question is, Haola, and thank you, Master Mingtong. Wondering how this new 6-week course is different from the Chi Center's beginning Qigong, which is absolutely excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the name pretty much indicated. On one hand, this is a 6-week-long, each session is hour and a half. So it's much expanded. I don't know how much more, probably 4 times at least more content, more time. And the second is obviously this is live stream. So it's live stream teaching, and I think help you to connect with me, connecting with the teaching, connecting with this moment much more timely, much more present, much more effectively, and from all perception. And that is an important difference. And of course, you're going to have a chance to ask any question in this live stream session. And that is really important in this process. So the next difference is Qigong for beginner is really for beginner. It's like you are testing a little bit. So you kind of experience, this movement, some example of the sound, and some example of meditation of the Qi field song. So you can have some experience realizing, this is accessible. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I'm feeling the energy, feeling some level of change. So then when you feel ready for the next step, I think the 6-week program is really the one of natural step. But some of us, after Qigong for beginner, you're ready for more. You jump into Qigong for life mastery. That is more ongoing program. You study, with very extensive materials, but that is pre-recorded video teaching. So more content is available, but it's pre-recorded and you can access your own time and study as long as you want. So it's not limited by just 6 weeks and so on. So that is another option many students take after the Qigong for beginner. So when you need to say, I'm going to do more live stream teaching, then the 6-week can be an ideal option for you. So the difference is obvious, and it's more content, but also the theme. We're going to engage in the 6-week long. The teaching would be covering the entire awakening vitality practice and a lot of movement. And also the first day, if you're starting, whenever you're starting the 6-week program, but especially if you sign up before Sunday, then you can attend the day-long workshop as part of incredible bonus. So in the day-long, we're going to do the entire practice of sound healing as well, introduction of pure consciousness. So these two obviously are not completely included in the Qigong for beginning course. So again, to summarize, basically, this new program, 6-week, plus the bonus of 1 day long, starting with the sound healing in the morning, the pure consciousness in the evening, then you got to experience complete practice, of wisdom healing Qigong, besides the lift chair porch down method. And that is an amazing, amazing package we're offering. So your next step from Qigong for beginner and naturally continue to next step.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. We have another question that has come in from a viewer. They submitted it earlier on email. And this question is regarding the Shift Network courses that we currently are offering. And they want to know, could you please compare this new 6-week course with the Shift Network courses that you have done?
Yes. So the format of the 6-week offered by the Qi Center is very much similar to the Shift Network course. It's very parallel. When our teaching, have our question, and a lot of back-end support and so on. And that is same. The template is same. The structure is same. But the content this time, the 6-week, is very different. So as a comparison, it's more like this. The Shift Network course, the 7-week is allow me to cover the content I'm going to cover in the 1-day workshop, basically. The morning for sound healing, and then afternoon pure consciousness. That's like 6 hours of teaching, including the practice, more than 6 hours. So that is the main content for the Shift Network course. And of course, including a little bit more of the teaching material because we have 7 weeks, so I can work on certain subject a little bit longer time. So that is kind of one comparison. So the additional materials for the 7-week and focus on movement and meditation and focus on addressing health, especially including chronic condition as well, overall well-being, overall energy. So that is additionally emphasized beyond what we're able to do in the Shift Network course. So that is one way of looking at it. So it's a different emphasize, different topic, but also it's expansion complete expansion from the Shift Network course as well.
Okay, and to follow up on that, we have another additional question from one of our students who enjoys our courses on Shift Network. And she says, I relish every opportunity to hear Master Mingtong speak and teach. I love the practices, and I enjoy having the recordings to repeat daily. But like most people, I have to budget my money. So I'm asking if I would find enough unique material and practice in either of these two choices, or should I wait for a future class? Would you categorize both of these online opportunities as beginner, intermediate, or just for anyone?
So I would say between beginner, intermediate, and at the same time, any course I'm teaching for advanced students, their experience is continuously able to learn more, deepen more. More importantly, is connecting with the teaching in another level. So that benefit is always there, no matter what course program you take, whether it's identified as a beginner, or intermediate, or even advanced. So that is the energetic approach, for me, for what we offer in general. Yeah. So with that said, come back to the beginning of your question is looking at these two courses, the Shift Now course we're completing actually next week, then the new program we're offering. You can think of this, have a little bit of overlapping in between, but mostly like this is more like this. Okay, let's say more like this, okay? So the Shift Network course covering that much, yeah. Then the Chi Center is covering that part, but also extending to that part. Yeah.
Okay, so there's
some overlapping, but most of them may not be overlapping.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of practice session is not overlapping from what's planned. So especially the new course is going to emphasize more energetic movement to address the physical condition. That is one of the highlight. So in addition to that is a day-long workshop, especially in the morning, emphasizing the emotional healing to the sound healing for all the 5 organ system. So that is the additional sound healing practice. It's much more intense than what we're able to engage in a weekly program of Shift Now course. Mm-hmm. And similarly, the pure consciousness, we're going to have a longer time, 3 hours in the afternoon, engaging this new but also more advanced subject matter.
Mm-hmm. And I just have to say, even though I would hear a teaching on the same topic, it's never the same teaching. It's always new, and I always have some new gold nugget to take away from it. So because it's live, because it's in real time with a real audience, there's always going to be a new quality about it.
And that's always important for myself.
Yeah.
Even the main theme, only few main theme. But when I come back to these main theme, anytime I'm so, present in this moment, and I'm very creative, spontaneous. I may never make a notes ahead of time, and I'm really, addressing to the participant, addressing, in this moment, addressing the same thing, but with deeper experience in this moment I'm sharing with you energetically. So that is also always new for me, from my experience. Otherwise, I'll feel very bored. Even these questions, students ask all these questions, boil down to it, is very similar. On the surface, they're different questions, but boil down to is very similar. When they're asking these questions for different person, then different not just different information, but different insight, different energetic arise, allow me to share with you from this moment, also from connecting with the person asking the question as well, the feel of the collective, the group who is showing up. Yeah, I don't have to see you, but when I connected with you, the feel naturally inform me, what is needed, what is most important. And it's a very powerful, intuitive, and also very fulfilling process.
And it's so fun as a student to experience because it is quite amazing, the synchronicities that happen, the people that show up, and how the different experiences all blend together to help each individual person with where they are for their next step.
And I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a kind of a general question real quick about, how does this apply to this person in particular? The question is, how does Qigong affect people who take psychotropic medications, which I sense control the energies in the head? I guess the follow-up is then, how can the 6-week course connect with and help people?
Right. What's a psychotropic medicine?
Those are medications for mental
Right,
conditions.
that's what I thought. Okay, I just want to confirm. So in general, Qigong is self-care, self-healing, self-empowerment. So you're doing it for yourself, And I'm here to guide you, to support you, so you can do it in the most effective way, beneficial way possible, So it's very different from any other kind of treatment. Most treatment is other people treating you, other people giving you something. And even you're taking medication, you're taking something else, So either you depend on someone else or something else, So that is very important to differentiate. So in Wisdom Healing Qigong, by doing it yourself, engaging yourself, you're engaging, participating in your healing process. So that is the additional things everybody can do, but also need to do, I think we all start to waking up to that fact. After searching for so many different kind of treatments, different kind of drug, different kind of modalities, realizing, gee, how can I do something for myself? And that is really most empowering thing. So in spite of what else you're doing, Wisdom Healing Qigong can help you, enhancing every other treatment. It's not any kind of contradictory, basically. So that's really important. So we're going to also address in terms of overall how to use Wisdom Healing Qigong, use your own practice to enhance the result of medication with the intention gradually reducing the medication. And what does the process look like? So in general, you don't want to get rid of medication overnight, especially medication controlling, depression, anxiety, or mental issues. So that's very important. So you want to keep the medication continue while you doing the practice to enhance your energy, but also to reduce side effect. And then eventually, when you listen to the body is ready. You're receiving a signal from the body, from your own body, then gradually reducing the medication. And that's going to be a process. So I'm going to offer more guidance in the course. So right now, this is just a short summary, what's important for you to know.
Wonderful. I think the key word with that is empowering. That's the amazing gift that I've found with Wisdom Healing Qigong, is how it does give you those tools, those skill sets that can be so freeing and so empowering. Okay, so let's look back to our questions coming in. Here we have a question from Nicholas. I feel so blessed to have found Master Mingtong and so grateful to learn from him. Everything the Chi Center puts out is premier quality and everyone should benefit. I was diagnosed today with Lyme disease, so it's early on, also fighting an infection in my gut. How long do you suggest I practice Qigong every day to overcome? 1 to 2, 3 hours a day. I'm in the Qigong for Life program, which is amazing so far, and I've learned awakening vitality and sound healing. Every opportunity I get, I tell others about the Chi Center and Wisdom Healing Qigong.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm very grateful that you continuing enjoying the practice, enjoying the benefit. So when we facing more, let's say, challenging diagnosis, such as Lyme disease, then it's really important to reflecting on what is most important in your life and how health affecting every aspect of your life. No matter what happened in the past, whether it's a immune system problem, whether it's tick, whatever circumstance happened, you can empower yourself to heal yourself. And in this case, the good news is we have so many students. Almost every students come to us with this kind of diagnosis. As long as they have a strong dedication, they have been able to totally recover from Lyme disease. So that is amazing, diagnosed as incurable, whatever. So more than just possible. But the question is how long it takes. That is, my suggestion is why not 2 hours a day? Why not 3 hours a day? So often is people, let's say have a minor issues. Of course, if you're practicing half hour a day, 1 hour a day, you can continuously see, feel more energy, vitality, and even improvement of your health. But if for strong diagnosis, if you want to reverse this condition, and most of the students do is increasing their practice, to 2 hours and 3 hours. And a lot of times students look at more, say, a challenging issue, making more commitment, including coming to retreat, so able to dive deeper in a short period of time, making a substantial difference beyond what you can do at a home on your own. And that's often a wonderful opportunity. A lot of students decide to do that when they're facing more, kind of challenging condition or diagnosis.
Yes, wonderful. I know it makes a difference to commit to a full day or even a week and kind of get ahead of that 8 ball and do a long practice, a long focus. And then when you go back to your regular weekly practice, daily practice, obviously you're in a different place.
And also I want to suggest for Lyme disease, no matter what is our medical understanding, linear understanding of what happened in the past, actually from our experience, the sound healing, 5-organ sound healing is very beneficial, very important, and particularly pay more attention to the digestive system, not just the immune system.
Wonderful, thank you. And just to follow up on that, what would you say is the time commitment that the 6-week course would be involving?
So for like really beginner students, don't have a big concern, my suggestion is even starting 15 minutes And the first goal is developing consistent practice, very consistent practice. And that's often difficult for beginning students, yeah. Then for people are comfortable with this level of consistent dedication already, then my suggestion is increasing to 30 minutes, yeah. So between 15 minutes, 30 minutes, creating a consistent practice. So for students say, I'm doing 30 minutes already, even 1 hour practice already, then you can, I would say, is benefiting from this teaching alive, this interaction alive more than doing, say, okay, how much the practice materials offer in these courses. Yeah, the practice materials is in each session probably between 15 minutes to 30 minutes, yeah. And, but you still can use other practice material you have already to do, half hour, even 1 hour more practice. But also you can bring questions to this session. And that is another way benefiting and deepening your practice.
So let me ask you, for students who are already in our Qigong for Life Mastery course flow, would you recommend them also trying the 6-week course? It sounds like it has maybe a special quality of having more time to do Q&A, live sessions with you, no matter how much experience you already have in the system.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So I was thinking of this, on one hand, we have so many programs, so many options, and to really providing the service, the benefit for people in a different stage of their learning, practice, and healing, different need, and so on, and different level of commitment. And on the other hand is, people kind of feel overwhelmed, if I take 2 programs simultaneously, what's the benefit and so on. And yes, the program going to benefit each other, no question about it. But the point is you have to make a decision how much time you're available. And what is the most important thing for you is the benefit. It's not about trying to learn more content. If you're thinking, okay, I'm taking Qigong for Life Mastery program already, and I'm going to take a 6-week program trying to learn more content, more information, that's the wrong approach. So it's more opportunity when you have the time, if you have the dedication to engaging in the teaching, in the practice with me, in this case, in a new way, live stream, but also a new opportunity to do that besides the Qigong for Life program ongoing happening. Yeah. So it's not about which one is better. Yeah. It's just more opportunity for you to engage. Yeah. And obviously, you have to figure out what is affordable for you in terms of budget as well, investment of time. So if you think I have more time, budget is not an issue, you feel that is important, then you do both. Naturally happens, become more beneficial for you. This whole process, enhancing the process, you're engaging, yeah. Mm-hmm. So my suggestion, don't think about too linear. Yeah. Think about energetic, think about opportunity, but also think about, the experience when you engage in this opportunity. Of course, you have to be mindful, clear of, what level of commitment you can make in terms of time, money as well at this particular period. Yeah. You don't want to overstretch yourself, overwhelm yourself. Eventually, you feel, stressed. That's not good. Yeah.
So I want to remind everybody that we do have a special event happening this Sunday, a full live event from the Kiva, and you can attend online. And we have a special offer that we would like to share as well. All of you who sign up for the 6-week program will get the access to our Sunday full day in the Kiva event for free. So I hope if you were considering that might give you a little more incentive to join in.
And truly, that is the most exciting program we're offering, even personally for me, yeah, most exciting thing. And we started actually 2019, and so it's new. Then we continue into this new year, of course. Most importantly, from my experience, the powerful sound healing, as well the deeper awakening by activating the pure consciousness. These two combination is a very charged program. And so the reason we make it so, in a sense, so affordable, so cheap, so low price, not because it's low value. Actually, the value is higher than any other program we used to offer in a way, at least in my heart. But we make this very affordable, very low price because we know, so many of us need this and so many of us ready for this. And so everybody can benefit from this program. So we want to get this program out as much as possible, including charge almost nothing. So you can really, take full advantage of it, make this unique gift for yourself. And that is our dedication,
Wonderful. And how long will our students in the 6-week program have access to the course recordings?
And that's going to be 3 months. Okay. So after finishing on March 18, you still have 3 months to review, to repeat, or if you need to catch up, and that's available. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And yes, we did have the question, if you are, because of scheduling or work or your location on the planet, you can always watch the recording if you cannot be there live. All right, so we have a bunch of questions that suddenly came in. We have a live question. Joseph, I'd like to bring you up online.
Yay.
Okay. All right.
Here, let me...
Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, Joseph.
Hi, Master Mingtong. Great gratitude. It's been wonderful to learn from you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm taking the Shift Network course and the Life Mastery, and I have time, and so I'm putting together what seems to be a reasonable practice for me. I'm doing the 28-minute movement practice, the sound healing practice, the 5-organ sound healing practice each day. And now since this morning, I'm adding the Shenji meditation practice. That was so powerful on Wednesday. And it was powerful when I did it again this morning. So is that a reasonable practice? I think you quoted Grandmaster Pang that he said, if you're tired, sleep. If you're hungry, eat. Otherwise, do Qigong.
Right, when you are diagnosed with really severe disease and life and death is at stake, then that's his suggestion, is really sleep, eat, and do Qigong. And honestly, if I had a choice, that would be my preferred way of life. But of course, even my wife will hate to hear that. Seriously, Qigong is one of the most powerful way for me to enjoy myself, enjoy life, enjoy the energy, and even contributing to the well-being of others. And of course, now I'm lucky that I'm teaching. So teaching is also my practice. So I'm doing that very often. So I feel that desire is fulfilled. I'm doing practice, doing Qigong a lot of times. And besides that, other activity with the families, with the job of working, responsibility for the organization, the business, and so on. So I'm trying to kind of really integrate everything, see everything as one practice of life in general. And still, I have to remind myself connecting with my body, connecting with Qigong, with the energy in a more, say, formal way, besides integrating to daily activity. So I feel very fortunate. I'm so grateful that you are really discovering the joy of Qigong and have more time able to dedicate to this process at this stage of your life. If you look at the history, there's a saying from the, I forgot whether from the Taoist or Confucius, it doesn't matter. And it's like the spiritual saying in China is that, before a certain age, you are, let's say, living for yourself. When you're so young, you're in the center of the world is centering around you, Then after certain ages, then you're living for others, your parents and your kids, Then after certain ages, you're living for the universe. In the Western tradition, we say living for God, And that's the spiritual path, spiritual practice. So another way of saying is basically is your priority of life is different in the 3 different stages, And the first stage is basically learn, everything. The second stage is trying to accomplish everything, ambitions and so on. The third stage is more cultivating the inner life, the internal life, the spiritual life, as well connecting with the universe in a spiritual, energetic way. And that's the priority. So, I think for some of us, consciously choose that. And for most of us, unfortunately, get lost when we, after a certain age or after retirement, So I think Wisdom Healing Qigong is a powerful way of re-engaging life in a deeper way without isolating yourself from the rest of life.
Beautiful. Thank you. So we have a couple more participants who have raised their hand. I'll bring you up in just a moment. And I just wanted to ask you, Master Mingtong, I know you've worked very hard to make Qigong available to the most people possible with the online program, with books and various different things, and at the same time creating a container that people can get the best benefit. And what could you share with us inspired you to create the 6-week course?
Good question. So reflecting on, my journey, starting practicing myself, and then teaching full-time last 20 years, then creating the center here in Santa Fe, and also running the big organization, now taking a whole village to make everything happen. The whole process is really about not only serving more people, but also serving more people effectively. So it's really over time learning that from everybody, from you, is noticing everybody in a different stage of life have a different need and have a different level of commitment and have a different schedule, all that. So it's like, in a sense, is for me, you know, sometimes I feel like a little bit overwhelming. How can I really fulfill all the need? Yeah. And so then I realizing, oh, my job is really to meet people halfway. So wherever you are at, you know, you want to move forward with your intention, with your commitment, you know, moving, you know, exploring this, learning this, practicing this, continuously deepening this, receiving not only the benefit, but also from short-term benefit to long-term benefit, from more tangible benefit of physical health to a more spiritual benefit. So it's quite an incredible process. So on one hand, with the Milling Qigong, the teaching, the practice essence is so simple. But on the other hand, you know, life is so complex. Not to mention, you know, individually, we're all different from each other. So we are committed to create these specific program to meet, in terms of where you at, Some people say, I'm confident I can use the material available for Qigong for Life in a mastery program. I'm going to be disciplined myself, do that at home, you know, weekly courses and doing daily practice with a practice portal, then receiving additional support occasionally from me and from the Qi Center. That's great, Then for people who say, I really, you know, want to have some more interaction, more personal guidance at a time, or more direct experience first before I come into ongoing process. So that's where we really become very clear. The live stream, especially the 6-week-long program, can serve that purpose. And also really allow me to, again, in the beginning, we're asking the question, you know, how these programs different from each other, but allow me to deliver the message in the most current way, and including direct interaction with you from, you know, with the students in the whole spectrum of beginner students, even intermediate, even some of the advanced students want to engage this process as well. So that is kind of a specific need, specific purpose, specific dynamic, and I enjoy. And for selfish reason is like, you know, on one hand, I've been teaching so much already, you know, it's like for almost 4 months out of years, non-stop retreat here. Then other program, traveling, but also supporting to the Qigong for Life Mastery Program and the Shift Network courses and the Passage Program, so on. And then I realized a certain period of time, I'm doing other things other than teaching. So realizing, oh, teaching actually is the most enjoyable thing for me personally. So for selfish reason, I'm creating this program for myself as well. So honestly, yes.
As they say, the more you give, the more you receive. Right,
yeah. So it's funny, just yesterday, I saw this short advertisement on YouTube, and this man is advertising, doing affiliate program for all other big program. Supposedly he's making a lot of money. And so he's now creating new program, helping other people doing it with him and to make more money. So his philosophy is that, you know, I help you to make more money by doing that. I'm receiving also the sharing of the money you're making. So that's why I have to help you to make you successful. And so first, you know, I'm not, you know, doing any kind of internet business, affiliate program. I'm not really a business person, you know. money is important to make life sustainable. In my case, it's most importantly is to make this mission sustainable. And so, but when I'm thinking energetically, there's a parallel here. Yeah, parallel here is like why I'm serving you, become healthier, more creative, more successful in your life, then I feel fulfilled. Yeah. And also I feel even, more enjoyable of life. Yeah. Besides, money is important to make the program sustainable. That's the exchange. Yeah. I'm not here to make money. That is not my purpose. Yeah. Money is only the purpose of serving the mission. Yeah. Serving what we want to do. Yeah. So that is kind of interesting parallel I'm noticing.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so we have Linda. She has raised her hand. So we're going to bring you up on the screen, Linda. One moment. All right, so go ahead and unmute yourself. Hi there.
Okay, now I see how to do it. I didn't see those buttons before. So I really appreciate how you're bringing this to everybody, the program and learning, and very much enjoy the lessons. I enjoy the practice. I went to the online retreat on September.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I had some improvement on my shoulder, which is totally destroyed. I'm waiting for a shoulder replacement because it's only hanging on my one muscle. But I went from not being able to lift it up here for this to I can hold it now to there. So that was absolutely amazing. I didn't think I'd ever see any improvement in the shoulder. But then just recently, I kind of had a setback where my rheumatoid arthritis had been in remission for at least maybe 5 years. All of a sudden, I've been diagnosed with it coming back, and this widespread pain I've been having is explained now because I had new pain that I hadn't had before. And they had to give me an injection in my wrist because they said it was too swollen and the tendons might rupture. And so, in other words, I've had a setback. There's been so many people that have had so many positive results in healing. And here I am, even though I have a very dedicated practice. Not only do I do my own practice through the Qigong for Life Mastery, I also do live practices with other practitioners around the world. So I'm really getting a lot of practice and immersion in this. And I'm just wondering, how is it possible? I saw this is a major setback. Rheumatoid arthritis is a very damaging disease. I mean, I have 6 artificial joints to show how much it damaged my spinal column. But I can do the practice, awaken vitality back, and no problem. So what's next for me? Is there any kind of hope of reversing this bad news that I got? And there was other people in my meeting with office hours too that had suffered setbacks, even though they had dedicated practices. So, yeah.
So unfortunately, your voice not so clear for me. Can Sarah rephrase your question?
Yes, absolutely. So Linda, initially she was sharing how she's had some increased mobility.
Yes.
And she's had a very dedicated practice since her online retreat. And at the same time, she recently has discovered that her rheumatoid arthritis that was in remission has come out of remission. And she is asking, what's next? She's saying, with this setback, and combined with the dedicated practice, how should she approach?
Right. So yes, occasionally these setback can happen. So, but energetically, deeply, it's more than we understand what appears as setback. Is a deeper condition, whatever condition, especially energetic condition in the body. Yeah. Whatever happened, you did different things to make improvement, including remission. Yeah. But on the other hand, the deeper healing often is much deeper than we can deal with, in a period of time, or even deal with, mentally we're willing to. Yeah. So this wisdom healing Qigong is allow you to continuously go deeper into the healing. So in the sense, energetically, if that is the package need to be resolved, before, say the package is resolved to this part is resolved, then the remission as a diagnosis, you see in the improvement, remission, so on. But the deep stuff might be still there. So when you doing the wisdom in Qigong, you're continuously going deeper, then this stuff start to come out. Yeah. You start to feel the similar symptom again, feel the similar issue again. And so the suggestion is really the bottom line, continuously going deeper. So when we say going deeper, on one hand, it's important to not only maintain your commitment level of practice, even increasing in terms of quantity of practice, but more importantly is also the quality of your practice. So what I mean by deepening your practice is every time you practice, how you're able to connecting deeply of your body in spite of pain, in spite of arthritis, in spite of, the challenge of symptoms, with compassion, with awareness, with a deeper acceptance. And the second example of going deeper is how you can continuously connecting with your body, connecting with energy in spite of your story. Often we're thinking, is this getting better or not? What happened to me in the past? What's happening now? Is getting better or worse or not? What's the problems? This mental story, continuously distracting us from the deeper engagement of the practice. And that deeper engagement is about deeper engagement with your own body energy, the most wise, most loving, most intimate, most healing way possible. And the third aspect is also important. Often is it's the most common. We don't want to go to the place where it's uncomfortable, or go to the hidden place, that the issue that was there a long time. Normally, we don't want to deal with it. So including past trauma, including emotional hurt from the past, so on. So when we're connecting with the body, with energy, is this intention, this commitment, deeply allow yourself, experience that part of you, continue deepening healing, including the part is uncomfortable, including the part as labeled, identified as bad, as whatever, as a victim, so on. So that's the third example of going deeper. I'm just giving you some example so you can approaching it more effectively. So the main question we continue asking is how we can generate the maximum benefit. And that is different from how we can, get rid of this symptom. How can I be diagnosed free? It's about addressing the deeper issue, deeper cause, including the known as well as the unknown aspect inside of us. So I want to encourage you, continue the connection and continue the commitment and deepening this process. So all the teaching will continue guiding you, but you have to make it that commitment. I'm here to deepen in the commitment, deepen in the practice beyond just the story, beyond just the diagnosis.
Thank you. And now we have another question that has come in. I'm going to promote you to panelists so that you can ask live.
Please, I encourage you ask live.
Hi, tell us your name.
Hi, hello. Master
Hello.
Mingtong. What a thrill. My gosh, you can see my thank you for the answer you just gave, kind of dovetails with my question, and it's really the stress I have medically is dealing with the conventional medical system, which I never wanted to get into, but I was an athlete my whole life, and I started to become paralyzed a year and a half ago. Turned out that I had 3 benign tumors compressing my spinal cord. They were growing on my spine. I'm much better, but I'm still hooked into the medical system because there are still a couple more growths on my spine. I had radiation. I don't really want anything more, but if they're still growing, which apparently they are, I could become paralyzed again. So my question is, how do we deal with the medical system? My practice with you is about 2 to 3 hours a day. My commitment is 1,000%. I know my body can heal. My body knows it can heal. It wants to heal. I'm completely with you and with this. I know this, but in terms of time, I still
Yes,
need the medical system. So how do we work with those of us who have this hook in there? How do we work with that?
it's a good question. So while you continue the commitment of the practice, not only have this beautiful commitment, but also you are slow direct experience of the time. You're increasing the confidence.
Yes,
So when you feel more confident, then the benefit of practice also increase. So how to work with the conventional medicine, and the most important thing is really your attitude. So instead of think of conventional medicine is bad, you can recognize the conventional medicine can be limiting, also can have side effect.
Yes.
Most of the time is focused on short-term benefit, but you don't want to go to the extreme thinking of conventional medicine is bad. And instead of, you don't want thinking, okay, now I'm going to do, wisdom healing qigong to prove to the conventional medicine or to your doctors that I can do it myself. I don't need you. That's not the point. So that's more like childlike approach.
Yeah. No,
so just really be very wise, knowing, okay, the conventional medicine can work certain way in this way with certain limitations, certain side effect, but for the time being can benefit me in short term. So I'm going to approach it, take advantage with that, expectation. But the most importantly, approaching in a loving way. So when you go receiving, radiation, you want to love your body same time. Instead of say, I'm hating the radiation, I don't want it, but I'm forced to do it. Then this moment, the treatment is not as beneficial to you as should be. So the worst case I'm observing often is people, looking for alternative, but they start to have a kind of a love, like hate, but also dependence. It's like relationship with conventional medicine. Either hate it, but at the same time, depending on it. Then become very, unhealthy relationship with it, so to speak. So more healthy relationship is working with it, but from the place of love, from the place of wisdom. That makes sense? And then gradually, is reducing the medication, gradually increasing your confidence to know, okay, I don't need any, conventional kind of hurtful treatment anymore. But that has to come from the deeper wisdom awakening inside of you, slow the practice by connecting with your body.
Okay.
And
Thank
I know you can do it. Yeah. But how long takes?
you. Yes.
You
Yes.
cannot, there's no guarantee.
Yes.
That's the risk. But that's also more important, it's not the risk. That's the commitment you have to make choice of yourself.
Yes.
What is important for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
And that doesn't mean it has to be exclusive. That's what I'm trying to share with you. You can take advantage of both the conventional medicine as well, the self-healing process of Qigong, which is not another medication. It's not another treatment. It's a deeper self-awakening by self-connection, self-care, self-healing, self-empowerment. So these two, in a sense, is a very different process, different thing. So it's not like exclusive choice of one or another.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hola, thank you. You know, we came here tonight to understand more about what this 6-week course is going to be. And I think everybody got a real treat because they got to experience the difference between live Q&A, where we get to be with you and come to you with what's going on with us today, and get your wisdom and get your insight, and also benefit from the community having the same challenges or similar challenges and struggles. And we all, I think, take something away from the answers, even though it wasn't my question, the answer was my answer. You know, so, and I just want to say that was a real treat tonight, because a lot of you were asking what's the difference between the courses, and having that live experience, I think, is the biggest difference. So thank you. And thank all of you for joining in and being brave and coming on the screen and sharing your challenges and listening to Master Mingtong's wisdom. So just one more outreach. Is there any other questions out there? Would anybody else like to come on and ask a question? We have a general question about what's a good practice to do at bedtime?
So, yeah, it depends on where you're at. And some of us starting learning the movement practice first. Some of us starting learning the sound healing practice first. Some of us even starting by doing pure consciousness meditation. So eventually, then you discover all these three are important, not only complement to each other, but also deeply sustain your practice, not only for short term, but also for long term. So to summarize, the 6-week courses, including the day long included, then you have the whole spectrum of all these three aspects, three kinds of practice in the wisdom healing Qigong. So you can start from any place, movement, sound, and meditation, and eventually developing the energetic connection. So then whatever you do, become more beneficial, more holistic, more empowering, and deeply really experiencing the awakening. So when we say awakening, there's 3 levels of awakening. One is the physical awakening of your energy body, improving your health. Another is the emotional body, your heart awakening, opening, improving, your experience of relationship and more joy and greater capacity to love. Love, we say, is most important, but how to love, that is the life learning. It's not something that on one hand, we were born with that gift, but the capacity to express it, engage it, and cultivate it is so much more than, the way we were educated even, in our lifetime. So just never too late, never too early to engage in this process. And so I want to summarize this message. Just few, I think a week ago, and I discovered this small pamphlet, and I think you cannot see very clearly, but it's really small, very delicate. And I pick up this one because of the 3 words. They really summarized my inspiration, my way of engaging with life, and also how the Wisdom Healing Qigong helped me to realize that. I think all of you can, relate into that. It's 3 words starting with L. First is live, live. And second is love. And the third is laugh. So live, love, laugh. And they're 3 aspects equally important, for our life. But even starting with the words live, there's so much more than just the intellectual explanation. How to live fully. And one example in Qigong is we learn how to embrace all aspects of your life, the up and down, all the emotion. Also in the Chinese, we'll call 三甜苦辣. That means all different tastes. Sweet, sour, sour, and spicy, all different flavor of life. You have to learn to embrace, enjoy it. That's live fully. And then another aspect is to live fully. You have to, embrace your own wholeness. The physical dimension, emotional dimension, mental, spiritual dimension, as well. The deeper wholeness of life. Embrace it. Fully, live fully. That is, the amazing continuous discovery. And I feel Qigong really helped me to empower myself, the greater capacity to live fully. And of course, I can continue saying more about love, how to love. And similarly, Qigong, cultivating energy, allow you to love much more effectively, much more fulfilling, and even discover the deeper dimension of love, including unconditional love, and starting with ourselves. Then you can express in this love naturally, energetically, as well, actively, with the people around you, your family, your community, your colleagues, your patient, clients, and even the whole community, whatever beautiful community you are connecting, cultivating, as well, humanity in general. So love is natural expression, when you enjoy life, love life in this way, the heart naturally open and laughter naturally happens. That's the spirit of Santa Claus. When you have so much gift to share, you naturally laugh. So much chi overflowing. Aula.
Aula. Thank you. So it looks like that is all of our questions for this evening. I would like to remind everyone about the special offer that we have. And there's another nuance to that offer. If you sign up tonight, you will automatically be added to Sunday's live stream event. You will receive a follow-up letter on Saturday afternoon with all of your login details, and then you can join us for Sunday's event. And if you are unavailable, there will be a recording that you can participate in it afterwards. So we just wanted to share that. Thank you for joining us this evening, and that special offer for all of you who sign up for our 6-week course tonight.
On other hand, in case if you're not sure about the 6-week commitment, and I would really strongly encourage you, invite you to take advantage of the day-long workshop. You can sign up a day-long workshop. We can have more time on Sunday, more than 6 hours of teaching practice together. And then you can decide afterwards for the 6-week program, you still can get a discount and reimbursement afterwards as well. So strongly encourage you, take advantage, and also we can share so much more in the upcoming program. So lastly, but also I want to send you blessing for the Chinese New Year. Today is first day of Chinese New Year in China, but the 30th, the last day of the, my God, I forgot the, I think, what's the signage for this year?
I don't know.
Next year is red and supposed to be auspicious. And most important message is that you can accomplish, manifest more tangibly in your life than other years. So it's a years of manifestation, the years of accomplishing your desire. It's also a year for you to pay attention to the detail, so you can really, make things happen for your life. So blessing to you, to all of you, for the Chinese New Year, the year of the rat.
Wonderful. The year
The
year of all is well and getting better. Thank you so much, Master Mingtong. And thank you all of us for joining. I'm going to put up the banner real quick that's going to have the website that you can go to for more information on our 6-week course. And we'll have that up on the screen for a few minutes in case you need to write down that login information. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.